Well, Stevie Nicol, where do you want to start with this one?
I think we'll start at the end. I mean, who saw this coming? What a fantastic header from Alisson coming up for the last touch of the game. I mean, you talk about just a last gasp. It doesn't get any later. It doesn't get any better if you're a Liverpool fan. And the truth is, before it, I was resigned that this was a draw. I mean, last 10 minutes, couple of great chances. Alexander-Arnold putting over the bar. Wijnaldum with a minute to go, putting one wide, and I'm thinking, it just sums the season up. But then Alisson comes up for a corner, and all of a sudden, the whole thing's wide open again.
Now, there's not many people that get to watch Liverpool games with you, apart from Eleanor and the dog. The only thing that usually gets you up off your chair is shepherd's pie. Did that late winner get you off your chair? Tell me and talk me through your celebration.
I was laughing. I just started laughing. I mean, I had already resigned myself that was the end of it. And so when he scored, I just laughed. In fact, Dan Thomas texted me 30 seconds before the goal and said, "You were right." Because on ESPN FC, I've been saying, Liverpool ain't going to do it. They're going to mess it up. I mean, they had to get in the Champions League, they've got to win 4 games in a trot. Now, they haven't won 4 games in a trot this season. You got to go back to the previous season for that. So what are the odds? Now, they're halfway there, but they're going to have to do a lot better today. I said they're going to have to do a lot better than they did today. As far as the final third, because possession-wise, yes, they had loads of the ball, but the finishing, I mean, it just looked nervy. And in all honesty, the front three haven't really been in great form. So, listen, I just laughed. Honestly, I thought it was funny.
That's the 6th goalkeeper in the Premier League to have scored, but the first with his head. Now, when it came in, he's a big lad, Alisson, and I know he's a goalkeeper wearing gloves. You've still got to do a better job at marking him than that, have you not?
Are you having a laugh? Yeah, because in training, you always get a plan for the goalie coming up. Listen, when it's helter-skelter at the end, you take a position and it's all about attacking the ball. And the truth is, there was actually 2 people attacked the ball. Nate Phillips, who I thought was going to headbutt Alisson before he headed it, and Alisson himself. Everybody else stood and watched. So it's about attacking the ball. Alisson did that. That's why Alisson won the header. I'll tell you what, he didn't have picky spot well.
Well, they had a lot of corners in the game. At first, it was Trent delivering and Andy Robertson was delivering. And Nat Phillips was the guy who was the target. And he probably was. So maybe it was smart. I mean, look, Alisson's not got that in his head. Oh, I'll go forward and that's the target. So I'll go near him and put it in the back of the net. But you would have been proud of that header, would you not?
What? No, listen, it's just instinct. And it's just football. I mean, what we saw was just football. I keep saying that's why we play the games, because we don't know what's going to happen. And this season, I think this is going to be maybe the 4th time I've said this, that in one season, you think you've seen everything. And then all of a sudden, something happens and you're shaking your head. And today's another one. Never thought I'd see that Liverpool goalkeeper coming up, the last touch of the game with such a fantastic header to keep the championship or the Champions League hopes alive.
I mean, if they get the job done, they can look back and say, well, maybe without that, we wouldn't have had it. But bigger picture today, they were a wee bit flat, weren't they?
Do you know, I think flat is probably the wrong word, Mark. They've just lost their way. You know, I think the effort's there, the attitude there, but they've lost their way. You know, the smooth passing and 1 and 2 touches and hitting the target, making keepers make saves. I mean, all of those things have disappeared just rapidly since Christmas.
Why, Stevie? Why has that happened?
With confidence. You know, it takes that. Unfortunately, the balance of feeling invincible and feeling as though you're not sure is very weighted in the not sure category. It takes a long time and a lot of games and a lot of wins in a row to get to where Liverpool were 18 months ago, feeling invincible. The truth of the matter is, to go the other way, it comes a lot quicker and doesn't take quite as long. You know, that run Liverpool went on, that 7 or 8 games where I think they picked up something like 2 points, something crazy. You talk about sucking the life out you, draining the energy. And psychologically, more than anything else, you know, the players have still got the ability they had before, but it's psychologically that it hurts you more than anything. And that's been the real problem, the psychology of losing the heart of your side, your 2 centre-backs and your 2 midfielders, to be honest. The psychology of losing them and losing games. That's what makes professional football a tough game at the top.
Well, you've spent most of your life in the game. You know exactly what momentum does to a team. And whether it was flat, whether it was tiredness, whether it was losing their way, whatever it is, they've just got a huge shot in the arm from that for Alisson. Now, can they take that on? Can it give them that kind of effervescence in the last couple of games to get into the Champions League now?
I would love to just immediately turn around and say absolutely 100%. The truth is, you're still not quite sure what you're getting from this team. Yes, you're getting possession, but as far as creating real open, unmissable chances, that's not happening. You know, even Salah's goal today was an opportunist goal. This wasn't Liverpool breaking a side down, cutting them up, getting in behind and scoring a lovely goal. This was a piece of good fortune. The ball ricocheting off a defender, but Salah, with his quality, picked the bottom corner. So I would love to say absolutely, but I'm still going to say I'm still not sure.
As the former England striker Jimmy Greaves said many, many years ago, it's a funny old game.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.